Welcome back. Let's bring in Mike Eppel, standing by from his home office. Good morning to you, Mike.
Hey, how you doing this morning?
Doing all right. And you know what? A lot of people have set up their home office space. Many people have, which means what's going on with all the vacancies, right? What do you do with them?
Yeah, and a lot of office space that is currently available for sublet if they can actually find somebody to take up the offer on office space that is currently available in the downtown of both Toronto and Vancouver. We saw prior to the pandemic record lows when we're talking about office space availability. That's why we've seen so many big towers go up. Built on the south end of the city along the waterfront, and some are still in the construction phase. Yes, there are companies moving in, but at the same time, companies like Cisco and Oracle and PricewaterhouseCoopers, according to a report by CBRE, they're looking to say, hey, we don't need so much space. So if you want it, maybe they can get it rented at a discount. But the vacancy numbers, Melanie, have doubled on a percentage basis, up to 4.5% of the space of that's currently in the market is now available. Doesn't sound like much, but the trend is certainly looking like that is going to increase. And again, 8-9 months ago, it would have been pretty tough to actually find some available space in the downtowns.
And spice, yes, that too.
Spice too, sure.
But how long is this going to go on? I know a lot of companies have said here, okay, let's look to 2021 to reopen. Yeah. But if we are on this trend,
it's a moving target.
Exactly. So it's really hard to predict.
2021 is a 12-month time frame. So, is it first quarter, second half? We don't know. And it's going to come back to people feeling confident and comfortable to come back into the office, a vaccine likely, and whether or not, we need to come back to the downtown. That's the real wild card, I think, here.
100%. And a lot of companies will likely rejig, we'll look at efficiencies on what can be done at home. Do they need a smaller workforce to actually be at an office?
And then what is I think the other thing is what's the layout of an office in the future?
Right.
Everybody was moving to open concept, whether it was at the office or at home. And now people are rethinking that a little bit, going, oh, maybe partitions are not a bad thing.
Yeah, go back to the old days, right?
A little bit.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about an investment in space, Mike.
Yeah. Well, this is the wave of the future, perhaps, or the, tomorrow today. The top performing stock on Wall Street Monday was Virgin Galactic, which has got space exploration rockets, and they're talking about tourism, space travel, tourism, and analysts love this idea. I mean, we just want to get out of here.
That too.
But Elon Musk has Starlink and his space program, but he's saying that they're not going to list that as a publicly traded company anytime soon because they need more stable earnings. It's still exploratory at this point. Yes, some people have signed up for big bucks to head into orbit, and some people would like to send there. But anyway, it might be a little ways off. But people are always looking for the next big thing, right? So that's why I kind of thought this was interesting. That when a company like Tesla spins off Starlink, I mean, how much is that worth? What's it worth? I don't know. I have no idea, but it's going to generate all sorts of chatter, that's for sure.
I don't know, Mike, but it's out of this world. Okay, so let's talk. That was horrible. I apologize for that.
No, that was actually quite awesome. It was pretty early for it, but
sorry. Is Dina in the building? She would have had a round of applause for that one. Let's talk finally. Investors are watching a couple big things, right? We were watching the climbing COVID case count, but also the big debate tonight.
This is going to be fascinating. Record ratings on TV. I know people are going to be watching this with interest on multiple levels. Certainly, from an investor standpoint, does it change the attitude of the markets? Probably not. I'm speculating here, of course, because both sides have their intrinsic core voting bloc and tactics when it comes to the economy. So you never know. I mean, stranger things have been known to happen in these debates. It just takes one viral video moment for everything to be thrown into a tailspin. So we'll see what happens. But right now, it looks like investors are just kind of going, let's just sit back, get some popcorn, and watch the show.
Yeah, let's sit back, get some popcorn, and watch those Blue Jays. Eppel, will you be watching tonight?
Oh, yeah, right. That too. Yes.
Yes, that too, Mike. Okay,
Yeah.
we're going to bring in Devo Brown. He's covering
Let's go Blue
everything
Jays.
Jays.
Yeah.